Hello everybody, it's Brittany at Big Cat Rescue in Tampa, Florida, and I would like to show you another home tour today. This time it is for King Tut. He's a Savannah cat that lives here, and this is his habitat. So I'll pan up and kind of show you how high it goes up. Not for him, but used to be for ocelots back many years ago. You'll see there's a little bit of a tunnel up there. So they used to have a climbing mechanism where they can get all the way up there and cross over. That has been closed off because Tut does have an issue with his knee that kind of pops in and out of place, and he's on pain management for that, so we try to keep him as on the ground as possible. So you'll also notice that he's actually thankfully large enough now that he got access to a section over here that has 4x4 inch wire compared to the 2x4 inch wire that's on this enclosure. So I'll start here, just kind of walking you around as if we were cleaning the enclosure. Lots of natural foliage, lots of shade, lots of natural hiding places for him. Now he is a hybrid, so he actually wouldn't naturally be occurring in the wild. He's mixed between a domestic house cat and an African serval. Kind of looks like a jungle cat to me as well. Regardless, it's not something naturally occurring in nature. And he is not a pet, so he ended up here where we're trying to give him as much space as we possibly can. So he has this one round bubble that has a raised igloo den. So most of the cages are designed for if we get really heavy rains, we're able to give the cats as much shelter as possible. So the water can actually drain out and that igloo is up on higher ground. So he can leave that section through this little guillotine door here, and we can close that door if we ever need to access that section. And then he can walk through this tunnel and he can go over here. We've taken out most of his platforms for the same reason that I mentioned with his knee. This is his feeding lockout, even though honestly we don't really use it for him. He is a meds cat, so only the meds people feed him every day, and we usually give him top-notch room service because he gets his food on a paper tray, hand delivered to his face practically. But feeding lockouts, if we did need to actually catch him to take him to a vet visit or something like that, we would just close him in this box, go in and put a transport cage on the other side. Now this is something you probably haven't seen on any of the other home tours, and that's because he got a really cool piece of enrichment this week. So you can kind of see this bubble section. Most of these are anywhere from 1,000 to 1,800 square feet, depending on the cage, the cat, the species. The hybrids, of course, get a little bit smaller than most of the other cats, but it's still much bigger than living in somebody's house or apartment, which we know that they aren't that fond of. So this week we handed out enrichment that was what would cats think is essential during a quarantine. And so Tut got a Turkish teepee tower, which is adorable. He has been laying in it. He also has a coolaroo, which it's a raised mesh bed where the breeze can go right under it. It helps cool them down. He loves that as well. And then he's got another den over here. In the wintertime, we do add heating pads for his dens. So he has a lower tunnel here on the back side of a safety entrance. And then he's got this big section over here where he does have a very large tree stump and tons of grasses to hide in. If you're wondering why we haven't seen him yet, he's got great camouflage and he's got enough space to go completely out of sight if we don't find him. He's doing a very good job. So we do keep a lot of natural grasses like this in the enclosure, but we do keep them off of the perimeter so that we can always walk safely around the enclosures. But we want to give them as much privacy and hiding space as possible. So he's got another den here. I know, and Perfection making a cameo. up on her platform. So he has another igloo den here. And then back here he has another water bowl. So this is the safety entrance again. It would allow us to go in either side if needed. There's an exterior lock here. There's one in there. And then there's another one on this side. So depending on which side we needed to go in. Here's the tunnel, and here's our Tutters. Hi, Tut Tut. So he is laying in his den where it's nice and cool. It's another hot day in Tampa. He does have a spice bag that looks like he has definitely played with and torn up a little bit. So there's King Tut relaxing before his evening meds. So we'll let him continue. And so we can go all the way around this section. This is the other side of the very first section I showed you. And here is another little lockout. So yet another bowl of water for him. And we're right back where we started. So thank you guys so much for watching these home tours. I hope that they are informative, especially if you're new or whether you're a regular supporter and you're just interested to really see the true space that you actually help provide them. So thank you guys so much. If you have additional questions, just go to bigcatrescue.org/cages.